a wrecking ball naked and terrifying parents across the country, or Madonna getting multiple music videos banned because of how controversial
cozy
they were.
night, cozy
there
night.
have been some
And then,
crazy music videos.
When we get ready to listen to music, let's get some cozy shit. Let's get out blankets, you feel me? Let's turn off the lights. You feel me? Let's get the baby. Oh no, wait, hold on, I'm bugging. That's on me. Let's get cozy, you feel me?
So today I wanted to look into some of the most controversial music videos of all time, starting off with Madonna, who actually had 3 insanely controversial ones. First though, I'd like to thank the sponsor of today's video, Qobuz. On this channel, I've covered different streaming.
What I told you about that shit? Like what? Don't tell me if you're getting undressed. Don't tell me if you're butt-ass naked. Don't tell me if you're in the shower. Don't tell me if you're on the toilet. Anything that involves you close to fiddling your meat while you on damn near FaceTime with me, nigga, don't tell me.
Services like Spotify, and how, well, a lot of the biggest services aren't always the best. But Qobuz is a
first of all, out of here. Qobuz not paying me.
You have your edits and your all of your library.
Our first sponsor is gonna be
to new. Highly recommend the pop, and one of the most significant.
Well, not really our first sponsor, but our first sponsor.
Significant cultural.
I'm butt-ass naked because I'm a monkey. We lost the plot.
Figures in the 20th and 21st centuries, and a big reason she's had such strong staying power for so long is her ability to continuously reinvent herself and her music to match the times we're in. But sometimes these experiments with social, political, sexual, and religious themes have gotten her into some controversies, especially with her music videos. One of her first controversial videos was for her 1989 song Like a Prayer. The controversy came.
Yo, why are you telling me about your meat velocity? Shut up! Shut up and watch the vid. Shut up! Shut up! God damn!
From Madonna's sexualization of religion. However, it was the music video which really ruffled some feathers. In the video, Madonna witnesses a white woman being sexually assaulted and then killed by a group of white men. But a black man is arrested for the crime, so Madonna turns to the church. The video also features a bunch of Christian imagery, a KKK burning of the cross, and a dream of Madonna kissing a black saint. So yeah, there's a lot going on in this video. And because of its imagery, Christian groups worldwide, including the Vatican, immediately condemned the video, while family and religious groups protested against its broadcast. At one point, they even started boycotting Pepsi and its subsidiaries, including KFC, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut, all because they were using the song in a commercial and sponsoring Madonna's next world tour. As a result, Pepsi actually came.
A lot of niggas wasn't boycotting KFC. Come on, let's be real. Y'all not eating KFC.
Canceled their contract with Madonna, and they were in such a rush to distance themselves from her that they actually just let her keep the $5 million they paid her.
A couple of people were.
Arsh don't want to show you what she looked like. I'm not finna just. Oh, hey guys, let's just pull up a picture of Arsh. No, that's rude. That's hella rude. If I don't get confirmation from the person, that's like I don't know. That's like you saying, oh, Swag, can I have Quan's number? I'm not gonna just give it to you. I'm gonna ask Quan, oh, can Visions have your number? Like what?
Threatening to boycott the bottling companies in the South.
Yeah,
and
Wildman,
well, I think they were really afraid.
I'm not saying she's cute. Arsh has a boyfriend. I respect people. Arsh is pretty. Arsh is a pretty young lady. Yes, Arsh is pretty. She's very pretty.
This whole thing.
I'm not about to go into depth about how Arsh looked. Okay?
They didn't want to do anything to harm.
Arsh the bro.
Yeah. Were you surprised by this?
Yeah, I was.
This song was a huge hit, and you've definitely heard it before, which makes it all the more surprising to find out about all of this controversy that it caused.
Like, what question is that? Is she like Lotto? Like, what? Like, how do I answer that?
Time. Years later, Madonna looked back at the Like a Prayer controversy, saying, "So began my illustrious career as an artist, refusing to compromise my artistic integrity. Artists are here to disturb the peace." And disturb the peace she continued to do. The next music video she had that was quite controversial was for her song Justify My Love in 1990. In the video, Madonna basically is seduced by a mysterious man and woman, and then practically teases a three-way for the rest of the time. And the guy is also wearing a giant crucifix, so more religion/sexual mashup sort of theme.
Yeah,
Unlike Like a Prayer, though, Justify My Love was pretty much all about sexual themes, which back in the 90s was a little bit more risque. The video was set to premiere as the main event on MTV's Madonnathon weekend event. However, the network suddenly announced that it could no longer be broadcast. MTV's correspondent Kurt Loder explained the reason, saying, "When MTV programming executives got their first look at the video's steamy bed scenes, gay and lesbian snuggling, S&M, and briefly bared female breasts, they decided they couldn't air it." In the past, MTV had let risky videos.
And now I feel like it's the total opposite. Everything zesty deadass goes now. Nigga, I saw a fucking commercial for like some type of pill, and I saw two zesty niggas in a park kissing. Like, like everything goes now. So it's crazy how like the world changed, bro.
Slide like Madonna's Express Yourself, Oh Father, and Vogue, but apparently this time it was too far. Some industry insiders even theorized that the video was designed with the intention of being banned as a marketing stunt. And it kind of worked if that's true, because the controversy got a bunch of attention.
You know, if we're gonna have censorship, let's not be hypocrites about this. Let's not have double standards, you know? Why is it okay for 10-year-olds to see, you know, someone's body being ripped to shreds, or Sam Kinison spitting on Jessica Hahn? Why are we going to deal with these issues? Why is that okay? Why did parents not have a problem with that? But why did they have a problem with two adults, you know, two consenting adults displaying affection for each other, regardless of their sex?
In the end, the video was subsequently banned from MTV and all other networks internationally because it was so sexually explicit, which forced Madonna to sell it on her own, which did make her a good amount of money. And I even saw some reports saying that in Saudi Arabia, it was sold at a high price as illegal market porn. And while Madonna was riding the line with these videos and controversies, it wouldn't go as far as her next one. The music video for her 2003 song American Life started off with a military-themed fashion show. As it progressed, though, darker and darker depictions of war started to be shown, including soldiers getting limbs blown off and a ton of real graphic footage. The whole point of this was to expose the dark...
Wait, what? What he said?
Next one. The music video for her 2003 song American Life started off with a military-themed fashion show. As it progressed, though, darker and darker depictions of war started to be shown, including soldiers getting limbs blown off and a ton of real graphic footage. The whole point of this was to expose the dark truth behind war, especially ones that the US is involved in, and how often it's covered up or hidden from the public. Due to its odd sound, Blender ranked it among the worst songs of all time, and the music video didn't help, especially since it came right after 9/11, which led to many critics accusing Madonna of being anti-American.
People could look and say, Madonna is anti-American. Oh my God, look at this video she just put out.
That couldn't be further from the truth.
In the video, which premieres on VH1 April 4th following the Madonna Speaks episode, she tosses a hand grenade and displays the graphic violence of war.
3 days before the video was set to be released, Madonna pulled it, stating that since the video was filmed before the US started a war with Iraq, it might come off wrong. To many, this was a huge moment. Some claimed it was the first time Madonna had self-censored, and others like Shakira said they expected more backbone from her. When Madonna did release a video for American Life, it was a new, highly edited, much less controversial video, and to some critics, it was pretty boring, with the original not being released until years later in 2023 on YouTube. However, this version was still without the original ending, which had a hand grenade being thrown at President Bush. Madonna's career was in part defined by controversy, so these controversial and shocking videos from her aren't that insane, but that isn't always the case with these other music videos. The Prodigy is a trailblazer and one of the most influential / successful electronic music groups in history. And despite controversy, their 1997 song Smack My Bitch Up was voted the 3rd greatest dance track.
Yeah, niggas, yo, and people be having the nerve to talk about music now. Nigga, the song is called Smack My Bitch Up. What?
Track of all time by Mixmag readers in 2013. But its suggestive title is hardly the most controversial part, especially compared to its music video, which is a major reason the song was also subsequently voted as the most controversial song of all time in a survey conducted by PRS Music. The rarely seen on TV music video depicts the first-person perspective of a drug and alcohol-fueled night out. The character first showers and gets dressed, then they ramp things up, drinking some vodka, sniffing some coke before they head out. At a bar, they have a bunch more drinks, they essay multiple women, violently attack several men, and destroy the DJ's equipment, all before running to the toilets to throw up and inject drugs. Later at a strip club, they drink more alcohol while watching nude dancers, and eventually break into and steal a car to bring one
Wait, oh, he did say TOS in this shit, right? Yo, but I be interested. Like Twitch, you can't ban me if this is like, this is basically studying a history textbook. Music is history. I gotta know. Cause like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Bro, I want to see this shit so bad though. It's like, oh my god, bro.
Strip her home and have sex. Finally, after they hook up, a look in the mirror reveals the main character to have been a young blonde woman the entire time. This video has zero censorship, completely showing everything I just mentioned.
Alright, so
the lyrics alone.
I'm gonna chill. Alright, I ain't gonna lie, you called it. I'm gonna chill. I'm bugging. I be too curious. That's on me. That's just where my mind goes. I be too curious. It's like why the fuck? That's what I'm saying. It's like now you feel me? Hold on, can I see, like, can I watch it and show my reaction to it on some shit? Like, is that crazy? I don't want to see.
Which consisted only of change my pitch up, smack my bitch up. The song was banned in a lot of places.
Okay, yeah. Go up, came and watch it. Okay, let's. I'm gonna what's it called? And if there's any new shit, I'm gonna let y'all know. Hold on. Do it on Discord. I'm just watching right here. It's only a minute. I don't even think this is the whole thing. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna chill. I gotta have good PR. It's not even the whole thing. It's not even the whole thing. Alright, fuck it. I don't care anymore.
And since the music video contained depictions of driving under the influence, drug use, violence, vandalism, nudity, and sex, it obviously attracted a lot of controversy. While the video was removed from even MTV's late night rotation, it was still somehow nominated for 4 awards in the 1998 MTV VMAs, and eventually won Best Dance Video and Breakthrough Video. The Prodigy even joked that since no radio station would play their song, that they made a music video that no one would play to go along with it. However, unlike The Prodigy, Miley Cyrus seemingly made her music videos with the intention of going viral, especially since she was only a couple years removed from her Disney star era. In 2011, Miley Cyrus left Disney and her hit show Hannah Montana at the age of 9.
Now that I'm older, let me really look if Miley Cyrus was really bugging, because when I was younger, I'd be like, wait, they look-key tripping. She's not even doing nothing. Like, let me really see if she was tripping.
By this point, it was obvious she was growing out of her.
I'm about to say, sometimes people just gotta grow up.
Child star role and left to pursue what seemed like limitless potential in a music career. However, while one of her next moves would grab the world's attention, it wasn't for a reason that many viewers expected. In the summer of 2013, Miley Cyrus dropped the song We Can't Stop. The track had wild enough lyrics to start a controversy on their own.
And we can't stop, and we won't stop.
When the music video released days later, the attention spiked to a new level. Before this, most fans pretty much remembered Miley for her innocent Disney days. So when the provocative music video for We Can't Stop was posted, it shot to almost 11 million views in the first.
Remember the EOS? Oh my god! Oh my god! Yo, these shits was like the best thing, but they made your lips chapped at the same time. Like, these was one of the best chapsticks. Like, if you ain't have one of these, nigga, you wasn't popping. If you ain't have an EOS, you was not popping, dog. I remember the EOS. They used to make my lips dry though. Like, I used to feel like I used to get nothing from it. Now the EOS is a classic, dog. Now this shit just fake brought me back. I'm getting old. You feel me? I can admit. You feel me? Some people can't admit when they get old. I'm getting old, nigga.
First 24 hours, and in a little over a month, it was.
That's
at
my childhood right there.
The video depicted a house party with a bunch of odd or random things happening.
It's like you nutting on your. What?
including the creation of a mountain made of white bread, the kicking of a skull made of french fries, and the simulated slicing of a woman's fingers. But what made people especially mad was the twerking and just overall the sexual undertones. This really upset people, especially because just a few years back, Miley was one of the biggest child role models in the country because of Hannah Montana, and her viral live performance of the song at the VMAs caught just as much flack. With We Can't Stop, Miley set multiple Vevo streaming records that she again broke herself just months later. If parents thought the worst of it all was behind them, they were definitely wrong, because months later,
chapstick? Yeah, you are a fucking glue eater. What do you mean you to eat chapstick, bro? What are you talking about? That's my monitor.
Cyrus put out Wrecking Ball. In the video, which now has over 1 billion views.
Alright, let me be honest with y'all real quick. Sometimes when I'm like getting too comfortable while I'm streaming, I'll be putting my hands in my pants and hold my nuts. I'm gonna just say it. I gotta be honest with y'all, because sometimes I be feeling like, is it wrong for me to do this? But that's just how I'm comfortable. Like, you know how some females, I'm just, yeah, bro, chill. How is that gay? That's not gay, nigga. Sometimes, like, you know when a female get comfortable? Well, Visions, you wouldn't know this because you don't be around females. Sometimes when females get comfortable, they put their hand in their titties. They just want to hold their titties. Sometimes I just want to hold my nuts. Sorry, bro.
Miley Cyrus is licking a sledgehammer, swinging on a wrecking ball, and as many of you may remember, at first,
why are you looking at us, man? No, I'm watching the video.
First, she's wearing a little bit of clothing, but by the end of the video, she's only wearing boots. I remember I was 11 when this video came out, and you know, I was curious. I checked it out. I told my uncle about it, and he snitched on me to my mom. Critics' initial responses were pretty negative, with most labeling the video as a poor attempt of
but I'm not looking at, bro.
Transitioning into the next stage of her career, and across the globe the video was censored or banned entirely in multiple countries. And even Sinead O'Connor, who apparently inspired the video, expressed her concern and warned Miley about being prostituted by the music industry with her new provocative sexualization, which even prompted a little bit of a beef on Twitter between the two. To this day, Miley expresses regret with how the video was made and the execution of it all, especially the hammer licking part.
That's something you can't take away. Swinging around naked on a wrecking ball lives forever. Once you do that in a mass, you know, that I did, it's forever. I'm never living that.
All right, bro,
like, damn.
I thought I could be transparent with y'all at least once and shit. Like, damn.
No matter how much I just frolic with Emu, I'm always the naked girl.
Licking a sledgehammer.
Yeah, exactly.
What it is.
I just licked the sledgehammer. I should have thought how long that was gonna have to follow me around. Yeah.
But while Miley may have had some regrets for her video, it's hard to imagine Lil Nas X had any for his, seeing as how successful it was. The song Montero, Call Me By Your Name, was first premiered during a Super Bowl commercial, and the accompanying music video dropped later in March of 2021. At this point, Lil Nas X was still known for Old Town Road. He didn't really have too many controversies. So when this video for the song Montero hit the internet, viewers were shocked, to say the least, especially considering it features Lil Nas X as various characters in biblical and mythological.
This is when Lil Nas X did the Nike with the blood in it, right? Nike. I want to get signed by Nike, but I lie, that's one foul thing that I was like, Nike, what's up with y'all niggas? You feel me? But Nike, I do want to get signed by y'all, but like, nigga, y'all had blood in y'all shoes? What the fuck?
Mythological inspired scenes, which isn't the sole problem. The biggest problem to many was that he mixed these religious themes with LGBTQ themes. The music video begins with Lil Nas X portraying both Adam and the serpent in the Garden of Eden. The serpent seduces Adam using its third eye, and the two kiss. And then he has a scene in the Colosseum where he's killed by a butt plug thrown from the crowd. After this, he starts to ascend toward an angelic figure in heaven before grabbing onto a pole, which sends him down to hell. As he pole dances, he makes his way over to Satan and proceeds to give him a lap dance wearing Calvin Klein underwear and thigh-high boots with stiletto heels, looking like Patrick from SpongeBob.
What?
Just kidding, Lil Nas X, you look good.
You wanted Starburst sign until they give me. Wait, you wanted Starburst to sign.
Good. And then after snapping Satan's neck, Lil Nas X crowns himself with horns as his eyes glow and wings emerge. The music video is praised by a bunch of LGBTQ groups, and weirdly enough, David Harris, a magister of the Church of Satan. But obviously, I'm sure as many of you remember, this video really upset conservatives, Christians, both of them.
Starburst company got my ass gone out of there. They said, oh yeah? They said, oh yeah, you want to throw my shit out the window? I bet, watch this.
together, who all deemed it immoral or harmful to children. There's also the big argument that since Old Town Road was such a kid-friendly song, or at least people kind of viewed it that way, that he shouldn't be doing this because he has a very young audience. On top of this, a bunch of pastors...
Is Old Town Road a kid song? I'm gonna take my horse to the Old Town Road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. Nah, that's a gay-ass song. Is it not? Is that not a gay song?
Athletes and even some musicians criticized it as
They
well.
Watching you.
I didn't know who Lil Nash X was.
Hey, that's how I know niggas is really gonna make it, Visions, cause it's like the signs be there, like niggas be watching us on the low. On the low, niggas be watching us. Why the fuck I cam like that? Am I bugging? Oh no, that's the video. Like I'm just waiting for that out of here moment.
Little thug, whoever. I had no idea who he was. We was riding this morning. Hudson said, "Well, you know what made him famous?" I said,
"Yo, why is this shit lagging?"
Well, he said, "It was that horses song. Got my horses and whatever that song." I was like, "Man, that song's got a cool beat. I'll never be able to listen to it again. Bunch of devil worshiping, wicked nonsense. Pentagram wearing on your Nike tennis shoes 666. You think I'm gonna stand for that? You've lost your mind." You
Why he low-key roasted?
Dash X, I said so. Bunch of Satanism, bunch of wickedness, bunch of devilism, bunch of demonism, bunch of psychotic wickedness.
He said in an interview that he grew up around Christianity and that his father was a gospel singer. He said that this made him feel very bad when he had these feelings for men. And Lil Nas X added on saying, "I even thought if I have these feelings, it's just a test, a temporary test. It's going to go away. God is just tempting me." He continued that after accepting who he is, his video for Montero was rebellious and a form of expression. He was afraid to express who he really was, saying, like, "I'm gay, but I'm not gay. Like, I'm gay, but I have to make sure you feel like I can be straight passing too." So this box he felt he was in was very limiting, which explains why he went so all out for this song. Regardless, following all of the controversy, he followed up with
these Nikes, bro. Like, why did Nike allow this? This was sus, Nike. I cannot lie. But Nike, I do want to get signed by y'all. Nike or Jordan, we need that sponsor.
Shoes, so clearly he was enjoying the attention that the controversy got him, and Montero ended up going #1, so it worked. Similarly to some of Madonna's controversies, Lil Nas X mainly pissed people off for his use of religious symbols, especially mixed with the LGBTQ themes. But unlike any of those songs, WAP sparked a lot of outrage without relying on religion at all. Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion released WAP back in 2020, and it pretty much took over the internet. Aside from its very explicit sexual lyrics,
here are some of the lyrics. You ready? Whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. Hold up. I said certified freak 7 days a week. Wet ass P word. Make that pull-out game weak. Yeah, you effing with some wet ass P word. P word is female genitalia. Bring a...
Why he not saying pussy, dog? That is female genitalia. What the fuck is wrong with this nigga?
7 days a week. Wet ass P word. Make that pull-out game weak. Yeah, you effing with some wet ass P word. P word is female genitalia. Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet ass P word.
The music video went just as far. Throughout the video, both Cardi and Megan walk around in a wacky looking mansion with rooms of wild animals and other interesting designs. But the main thing that caused the controversy was the risky outfits and of course the very explicit lyrics. And since the song was so popular, pretty much everyone heard it or saw the video, which left a lot of parents upset. The lyrics and the music video combined were very controversial, invoking widespread outrage, especially again from right-wing influencers, kind of like the Ben Shapiro clip I showed you earlier. That clip is iconic, by the way. I had to include it. I think my impression's pretty good. Wet ass P word. The song did get support from a bunch of groups, but it also got a lot of criticism from the other side. And strangely, also from Carole Baskin from Tiger King, who was angry about the use of big cats in the video. Overall, this one's pretty simple, and people are just upset about the large amounts of sexuality on display, which really isn't that deep. Unlike Michael Jackson's video for the song They Don't Care About Us. So with this song, technically there's 3 different official music videos. The first was shot in Brazil, the second was in a prison set, and the third came out in 2020, which combined footage from both the Black Lives Matter protest scenes as well. But the one that had the most controversy was the original in Brazil. They Don't Care About Us is one of Michael's most controversial songs and was accused of being anti-Semitic for the lyrics "Jew me, sue me, everybody do me, kick me, can't say that, don't you black or white me." And there's a bunch of theories about why he said this, especially involving his record label, and I think those are kind of more on the conspiracy end, because Michael himself said the song in fact is about the pain of prejudice and hate and is a way to draw attention to social and political problems. I am the voice of the accused and the attacked. I am the voice of everyone. I am the skinhead, I am the Jew, I am the black man, I am the white man. I am not the one who is attacking. It is about the injustices to young people and how the system
all I want to say is that they don't really care about us. That's a banger.
misinterpreted. Overall, the song aims to cover and speak for many oppressed people around the world, which led Michael to the favelas in Brazil for the music video. Making the music video was no easy task, since state authorities unsuccessfully tried to ban him
I feel like
from
certain
filming.
shit, like certain shit, when a nigga like he's doing too much for the people, like he's inspiring the people too much, hey, we gotta get this nigga gone. X, they saw that nigga, I don't want to put no conspiracies out there, but that nigga X was changing the youth. That nigga Tupac was trying to change the youth. When they see you too powerful, poof, nigga. Poof. Poof, nigga.
Because apparently they feared that images of poverty might affect tourism and accused him of exploiting the poor. The state secretary for Industry, Commerce, and Tourism even demanded editing rights over the final project. And some officials were also concerned that scenes of poverty and human rights abuses would affect their chances of hosting the Olympics in 2004, which, when that's your main concern, isn't the best look for your government. Like, maybe they should have focused a little bit on why Michael was choosing those cities for the video instead of complaining about tourism or the Olympics. And at one point, a judge banned all filming. However, this was eventually overturned. Well, officials
Nigga, it's Friday. You a bitch.
Officials were angry. Residents couldn't be happier as they celebrated Michael's present. They'd catch a little bit of flack for allegedly working with a drug dealer in order to secure the filming locations. Regardless, while this caused a decent bit of controversy for pretty much being an anthem of the oppressed, Michael's second version was the one that faced issues with screen time. In the prison
I can't say that. My bad.
That's on me. That's on Americans, the military crackdown of the protests,
after this, I'm gonna listen to the album.
The KKK, the assassination attempt of George Wallace, war crimes, genocide, execution, martial law, and other human rights abuses. Because of this, it was pretty much never played on TV, and on YouTube it has less than 1/10 of the views of the Rio video. While Michael's videos were controversial because of the subject matter and the government's trying to stop him from exposing things, Kanye's next few videos were controversial because he's Kanye. Ye is obviously no stranger to controversy, especially in the last few years, but his history of crossing the line with his music dates back way farther than his recent anti-Semitic stuff. Back in 2010, Kanye dropped Monster as part of his My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy album. The song features Jay-Z, Rick Ross, Nicki Minaj, Bon Iver, or is it Bon Iver? I still don't know. And was heavily influenced by popular horror themes. An unfinished version of the music video was leaked just days before its scheduled release, which almost led to Ye shelving it completely, but instead he dropped the finished version months later on his website. The video opened up with an extensive disclaimer pointing out that the video is meant to be taken as art and not misogynistic or targeted at any group. Then it cuts to a video of two seemingly dead women hanging by chains, later on with Rick Ross sitting in a throne surrounded by them. Aside from this, there are pretty much dead girls present in some way throughout the rest of the video, and at one point Ye's holding a decapitated head of one of them by the hair. This sounds really weird and horrible, but apparently there was a reason for it. I guess all of these choices were references to classic horror movies, but a lot of people didn't realize that, and the delivery was received as weird and disturbing. Other publications like Entertainment Weekly and the Rolling Stone described the video and its execution as morbid, offensive, and lacking in creativity. Overall, the music video was received so poorly and rated so controversially that it was fully
why people don't talk about music videos like this now? Because music videos now is all AI. It definitely lacks creativity for shit show.
And by MTV, which I suppose by this point in 2010 doesn't really matter. Critics at The Atlantic went as far as to say the video is both racist and sexist in nature, specifically due to its unbalanced targeting of white women. The uproar grew so loud that a petition for the video to be scrubbed from all platforms started picking up steam, which led to even Ye deleting it from his YouTube channel. However, in some way, somehow, this was not Kanye's most controversial video. In 2016, Ye put out Famous as part of his The Life of Pablo album, which caused a lot of controversy with its lyrics alone, especially the ones aimed at Taylor Swift. But the music video that debuted as a title exclusive was a bit more shocking, and I don't think anyone saw the concept for the Famous video coming. The video begins with a camera passing slowly over the naked, look-alike sleeping bodies of famous personalities, including George W. Bush, Donald Trump, Anna Wintour, Rihanna, Chris Brown, Taylor Swift, Kim Kardashian, Ray J, Amber Rose, Caitlyn Jenner, Bill Cosby, and Kanye himself. At one point, the music cuts out in an eerie pause and the camera jumps to different angles, with the only thing you can hear is breathing. Then at the end, Ye suddenly wakes up and looks directly into the camera. Obviously, all the bodies were synthetic wax sculptures, but they still look shockingly realistic, and the nudity part was also included somehow.
Weird.
Not sure how YouTube allowed that, but they demonetized all my stuff. I don't know why they let that fly. But this video was so crazy it went viral. Much to my surprise, there was not much reaction from the celebrities pictured, but fans fans in general were very polarized. While the video wasn't necessarily banned, it rapidly reached over 100,000 dislikes and has now climbed all the way up to almost 750,000, which is insane. But as we've seen in the past few years, stunts like this were only the start for Kanye and the wild run that followed. If you like this, you might like my video about the most controversial songs and songs that were banned, as there's some very interesting stuff in there. So make sure to click.
It's a good vid. It's a good vid.